Hey guys, in this video, let us learn about the layers of retina. So there are 10 different layers of retina that you need to know. So firstly, let me help you understand the orientation of this histological diagram. So look at this guys. This is the schematic diagram of an eye. So here in front you have this cornea and lens. So this is the anterior end and here comes the posterior end where this optic nerve is arising, right? So this is the basic orientation that you need to have. So the outermost layer of the eye, which is the black one, is sclera, and the middle one is choroid, and the innermost layer is the retina, as all of us know. So see here, sclera, choroid and the retina. And here behind the lens you have this vitreous humor. Okay, so when we discuss about the eye, inner and outer terminology is most important. So inner side you have this retina, whereas outer side you have this green color layer, that is choroid, right? Outer side you have this sclera and choroid, whereas the inner side you have this retina. Now that you have understood this orientation, let me enlarge only this zone for you. So only this, which is having this choroid and retina. So look at this guys. If this is the choroid, which is in green color, and if this is the retina. So the parts of retina, the layers of retina which are towards choroid are called as posterior layers, and the parts of retina which are towards the vitreous are called as anterior layers. I hope you understood this. These anterior layers are otherwise called as inner layers because it is facing towards the interior of the eye. Whereas the ones facing the choroid are posterior and are called as outer layers. Now that you understood the inner and outer terminology, let me take you to the main diagram. So the outer region, look at here. So the outer region here is towards the choroid, whereas the inner region here is towards this vitreous humor, guys. So firstly, the layers of retina. There are 10 layers of retina starting from retinal pigment epithelium to the internal limiting membrane. So the name itself tells that internal limiting membrane should be towards the inner region, whereas the retinal pigment epithelium always starts from outside, right? So epithelium is outside, that is towards the choroid. So let me number these for you from the outer to the inner zones. So look at this guys, from outer to inner zones. One second. So yeah, from outer to inner you have 10 layers, right? So the first layer is epithelial layer because epithelium is the outermost layer or outermost covering of any organ. So epithelium is the first layer, and the second layer has two, that is cones and rods. So the layer of rods and cones. And third layer, reverse the number 3. So it is like E. So that is external limiting membrane, right? And from the number 4, you have 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you have to include 4 digits from the number 4. Those are with the similar names. So start with outer nuclear layer. So again write outer plexiform layer. The 6th one is inner nuclear layer, and the 7th one is inner plexiform layer. So you have to remember, like, 4, from the digit 4 you have 4, 5, 6, 7 with the similar names. One is outer nuclear, outer plexiform, inner nuclear and inner plexiform. So when we talk about these M and OP, right? So M, N, O and P. So what is happening is N is coming before P, right? So N, you have to start with N and then P, and then again N and then again P. Now coming to 8th is ganglion cell layer, guys. So look at here, GAN, GLION. So all these are 8 digits, right? So ganglion is 8-letter word. So 8th layer is ganglion cell layer. And 9th is nerve fiber layer, right? So 9 is for N is nerve fiber layer, and 10th is the innermost, right? So that is internal limiting membrane. So you might confuse that external limiting membrane is the first layer, but not. External limiting is like 3, whereas the outermost is the retinal pigment epithelium. So remember, like, the choroid is in connection with the retinal pigment epithelium. So look at this diagram now. First layer is retinal pigment epithelium. So this layer here in the histology is choroid, right? Let me label it with another color for you so that at the end of the video it will be in a neat manner for you to understand. So I'll label it with red. Okay. So see this, that is like out of contrast. Sorry guys. Yeah. This layer is choroid for you. And here when you see this histology diagram, this zone is in brown color, right? It is colored zone. So that is retinal pigment epithelium, because that color is because of this pigment. See, rest all is histology only, like pink and blue. But here this zone is having some pigmented region. So that is retinal pigment epithelium, which is labeled for you. And then comes the second layer, which is having two words, rods and cones. So this is the rods and cones layer. Now coming to the third layer, 3 for E, external limiting membrane. And look at this colorful diagram also here, external limiting membrane. And fourth layer, from here you have to start your mnemonic, right? N, P, N and P. So outer nuclear, outer plexiform, inner nuclear and inner plexiform. See here guys, there are 3 zones in this histology diagram which are dark blue in color. So this dark blue in color ones are the nuclei of few cells. Okay. So the first dark blue layer is the outer nuclear layer, and the next dark blue layer is the inner nuclear layer, and the third dark blue layer is the ganglion cell layer. So the nuclei of the cells are colored blue, right? So that's why outer nuclear layer on the histology, inner nuclear and ganglion cells are blue in color. So you can identify like that also. Nuclear layers are blue in color, and in between this pink color, synapse is called as plexiform layer. So immediate to outer nuclear you have outer plexiform, immediate to inner nuclear you have inner plexiform layer. So these plexiforms are just but the synapses guys, synapses between the two nuclei. So the first synapse, that is outer plexiform, is between two layers, that is outer nuclear layer and inner nuclear layer, whereas next plexiform, next synapse is between inner nuclear layer and the ganglion cell layer. So ganglion is 8 letters, so 8th. And 9th is nerve fiber layer, and 10th is internal limiting membrane. So these are the layers that you need to know. Now that you have understood all the layers, let me explain one concept for you. So the direction of light, look at this guys. So the direction of light is from inner to outer region. So look at this diagram here. Let us go to the first diagram again. So see guys, this is your eye, right? Whenever you look, you open your eye, the light strikes in this direction, right? So it passes through all these layers, vitreous, and then strikes the retina. So in the innermost region of the retina, which is the layer present? So the innermost region of the retina has this internal limiting membrane, and then it passes through the nerve fiber layer. So it goes in this direction, from the vitreous towards the retina. So that is what is given here. Light travels from internal limiting membrane direction to the choroid direction, whereas the visual processing or phototransduction, this point is important, visual processing or phototransduction occurs in the opposite direction, that is from the pigment epithelium, from the rods and cones towards the internal limiting membrane, and from there the nerve arises. Okay, so that is the difference. Light and phototransduction are exactly opposite in direction. I think now it is easier for you to memorize these layers of retina. In order to re-emphasize the same thing, I have brought questions for you. So look at this guys. Arrange the following from outer to inner. Okay, from outer to inner meaning from the choroid direction towards the vitreous side, right? So let us look at the things that are given here. So see, retinal pigment epithelium. So this is the first layer, epithelium, and then comes the nerve fiber layer. So this is 9. Just let me label it for you. I'm labeling it in outer to inner direction only, and the question is also asked from outer to inner only. Always remember from outer to inner. According to the question, change the numbers. So now here epithelium is 1, nerve fiber is 9, and external limiting membrane E for 3, right? So this is 3. And now when we are confused between inner plexiform inner nuclear and outer nuclear. Just in the exam, remember that it starts with outer nuclear, then outer plexiform, inner nuclear and inner plexiform. So we have numbered from 4, these 4 ones, right? 5, 6 and 7. So inner plexiform is 7 and inner nuclear layer is 6. So from outer to inner is asked. So you need to 1, 3, 6, 7 and 9, right? So your answer will be A, E, D, B and C. So this is the answer, guys. This is the layers from outer to inner. Now I have explained that histology diagram, right? So answer this for me. Think about the answer in your mind and I'll reveal the answer in a second or two. So look at this diagram here. And what is this layer? This pointed layer they are asking. So look at this diagram carefully. By now you must have come to one conclusion. So let me clear if your answer is right or wrong. So firstly, whenever you get this diagram, you need to see these blue color zones. First one, see this this zone is something different color, right? It's not pink, it's not blue. So it is pigmented. So that is retinal pigment epithelium. And then comes rods and cones, right? And here comes the external limiting membrane, which is the third. And the first blue layer is the outer nuclear layer, right? From there, I'll start writing outer plexiform layer. And then the next layer is inner nuclear layer. And then comes the inner plexiform layer. So here only I have got the answer that it is inner plexiform layer. So the label structure is inner plexiform layer. See, inner plexiform layer is the 7th layer and the 8th layer will be ganglion cell layer. The 9th layer will be nerve fiber layer. And the 10th layer will be internal limiting membrane. So this easy are the layers of retina. You just need to know this few mnemonics and you will be sorted. I have given a number wise mnemonic, guys, because in the exam you will not have time to remember it like ing, iioo, ECE. Many people remember like the first letters ING, I, double I's, double O's, but that becomes clumsy. You just remember this way and it helps you in the exam to solve it in a faster way. Thank you. I'll provide this PDF in the Telegram group. Don't worry. And yeah, bye. If you are new to this channel, let me introduce my Telegram channel to you. So all you have to do is watch the screen recorded video and follow the steps that I tell you. So firstly, you have to go to the Telegram app and in the search box type @nutshell Nairobi. So do not forget to type @. After typing @nutshell Nairobi, you'll get to a group called Nairobi's Nutshell channel. You click on that, join in the group. So this is our group, guys, where regularly I post the MCQs, PYQs and the high yield topics for NEET and inicet. So people also ask their topics of difficulty in my channel. There in the pinned message above, if you click on that, you'll get subject wise videos. Click on any of the subject wise video topic and you'll get directed to the YouTube like this, and you can watch the YouTube video and subscribe to the YouTube channel also, guys, and share it among your friends. Please do like, share and subscribe to both Telegram and YouTube channels. Thank you.